Believers, this is SuperZombGBBQ, and today I'm back. Yes, I am with the amazing people, the amazing Lucha Mania, which is just spreading across the world like wildfire, damn it! Forever Smug. I'm so happy to be back in this team. It is a team I've come back to many a time since Survivor Tier first started, and I started doing JB on Tour, the first ever team to do JB on Tour with, and potentially the last team to do JB on Tour with, because there is a lot going on in SuperCard now which we need to talk about. But first of all, I want to talk about something that's really freaking awesome, and you probably saw when you looked at the video, is that I finally have got myself a throwback Pro WrestleMania card. I'm just going to show you guys now. Obviously, you know I've got my WrestleMania fusions, which I showed you in yesterday's episode, where I had Stone Cold Steve Austin and good old John Cena, which I'm still leveling up, as you can see, but still love these images. Just love the fact that it just looks so crisp and cool. I'm still leveling up Bray Wyatt. I've done one of the Brays now, but I just need to get the other one done. All 5,000 Brock is coming along nicely as well. Don't know if you saw that in the stream, but he's awesome. And I'm just now going to show you the combinables. Yes, not only do I have my Bray Wyatt there, my Bray Whistle, I also have myself a million. It's the most ironic throwback pro you could possibly get. The one where literally he's holding money in front of you, because that just makes total sense. It can't silver star this one. Even though the image would just look just as good, it's got to be a gold star. I was hoping it was going to be Eddie or Batista. I got myself a Batista as well. I'll show you Batista's card, which I got a couple of days ago, which is the random pack. I did a one-off, and there it is. Batista's pack. I don't really like his first image because it gives me bad memories. I remember Batista being this Batista, and the Batista that came back was not that Batista and was pretty lame, in fairness. He looks far better as that, and towards the end of his run he just looked like he'd had enough and couldn't bother anymore. And in fairness, he did so well in Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax that, you know, he doesn't probably have to worry about WWE ever again in his life. But that's not the most important thing we've been speaking about. Obviously, Forever Smug being more important. I just want to say a huge shout out to the people in Forever Smug. I'm in the King of the Ring, by the way, training up my my fusions as Chemo there. I know him from other stuff. Anyway, team, let's talk about Forever Smug. That's Luigi's crew. Luigi, of course, cannot go without saying hello to her. Thank you, Master. Lego Head, Noah. Oh, but that Macho Man Randy Savage as well. Love it. We also have Becky. Lucky Turnip, who's got two fusions, got the Macho Man and the Brock. Robin, Christopher, Real Cena, who's been trying to get my attention all day. How you doing? TZKU, people know that he used to be my editor and stuff, or he is still my editor, but just kind of nothing's coming up right now. And of course, me at the bottom there, training my cards up as I do. I've not really had a chance to play because I've been recording and editing other videos for Slam and WWE SuperCard, so that's the kind of thing I've been doing right now. But something happened today that's very, very, very important. We had the clearest indication yet that something is coming. We go to login bonus. You'll see that the login bonuses have gone up another tier. Okay, we've got Bret Hart first of all, Ultra Rare, Ultimate Warrior for Epic, login bonus, Legendary Booker T. That's going to make a pro for loads of people. Sting as well. I think Sting's been in a couple of events, actually, if I'm not wrong. And Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania. The best normal WrestleMania card physically available in WWE SuperCard. Not wrong, I did this in Season 1. Now, this requires 29 days. Well, what happens in 29 days? Well, it's a Monday. And Mondays are not great days for SuperCard people. I'm only joking. It's only one time that we had a very, very, very bad Monday experience when Season 1 turned to Season 2. Hopefully this time it's running a little bit better, maybe get some information beforehand. At this point, everything is out the window. All predictions out the window. I'm going to give you what I believe is my rundown of where we go from here, but this seems as this is it. This is the rundown now to Season 3, or whether we are going to go to a new game, a new app. Who knows at this point. All I know is that pre-SummerSlam there's a lot going on 2K17 wise. We might hear about it sooner rather than later. I would hope that after last year's experiment we hear about it sooner. But let's look at a couple of things first of all. There's 22 days, which means if we go to the login bonus again, there's 22 days in a bit. That means that this will finish on around about the 23rd, 24th. That means there's an entire week afterwards, which is going to be filled with pretty much nothingness if they do it this way. Okay, so this is my prediction. This week, and I'm not sure on this, that we are going to have either one of two PCCs, in my opinion. We're going to have either a Divas PCC between Charlotte and Sasha, which I've predicted a couple of times, a brand-related PCC between Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan. Now, the reason why I think that is because we've already got the Fusion Divas, we've already got Money in the Bank Divas, but I think they've been dumbed down for a reason. I think that's because we're going to have a Divas PCC, but they may scrap that entirely because there's no real point, and they might release a couple of additional cards, maybe things that people would want to collect, and people have been screaming out for Daniel Bryan cards because he's one of the most popular people. He had an event card in Survivor tier that everyone loved. And I think that came out of the blue, in fairness, because that John Cena card was probably available for a long time beforehand. Anyway, I also think that people would go crazy for a Mick Foley card, and if they did that, that'd be amazing. Now, this is where my thoughts go afterwards. Obviously, we're going to have the Road to Glory, which is going to be the week afterwards on the 11th, where they can go one of two ways. Now, they could go down the route of doing another ring domination, another RTG. Now, I think they're more likely to do that than do flash events at this point. But if they did decide to do flash events, then I would imagine that the next event that we're going to have teams-wise, have a Teams PCC, the final Teams PCC, where the rewards are off the scale, they're completely ridiculous, and when we have that route, we go down that route, or the left fork as such, where we will be having Season 3, or whatever happens at the end of this month, if something happens. We could be completely speculating at this point. Will be that we will have a Teams PCC, then we will have the Flash events, and then we will start the new season just around about the time that the Money in the Bank finishes, which is the week of the 22nd, which goes to the 24th, which is when the current Money in the Bank ends. Next week is Flash events, 14th or the 15th, all the way through to the end of the week, go to the 21st, which is the Sunday, and then the 22nd, which is next Monday, they then announce the next season. Or potentially they could announce it and say nothing's happening this week. Or they could do 2 weeks worth of flash events. They could do that if they wanted to. But I think if they're going to do 1 week's worth of flash events, there'll be no team event that week, and then for Monday the 22nd they announce it. Tuesday the 23rd will be when they start giving more information about it, and Wednesday the 24th, new game, new tier, or new something releases. The right fork, as I see it, is very, very different, and this means that they would continue with a PCC, maybe a substandard PCC, normal PCC this week. They continue maybe a Divas PCC, who knows, Road to Glory, then Ring Domination, then Road to Glory, and then they go down the route of having either flash events or they just kill the tier completely. Now, what this would allow, it would allow for another Team Ring Domination, another Team Road to Glory, and then a Team's PCC at the end, which could then be seen as the final event of the game as such. I still think there's something else that I'm missing with this, but if they did that, I think that's more likely that they're going to go down. I can't see many people wanting to be involved in flash events unless the flash events are literally incredible. We're talking like, I don't know, the flash events include the top WrestleMania pros, WrestleMania Pro Divas, and they're just giving cards away to people. Maybe like they're the fusion cards, or they're like brand new cards that have not been seen before, and the designs are incredible. They're old school wrestlers, or they're new guys from NXT. It would have to be something where they were literally just giving rewards away for fun for people to want to play those kind of flash events, when people know from watching all the YouTubers are going to be talking about potential Season 3 or a new app or whatever it's going to be, whatever the new thing's going to be, if there is a new thing. And that's where we need to not jump to conclusions, because I can even tell you now that I'm thinking to myself, we're going to get this new thing at the end of the month and it's going to be amazing, because I've predicted so much in the past, thinking that it's going to run exactly the same as last year, completely changed the question after I've got the answers for the original question. So they potentially could be doing something completely different. Pretty much guaranteed to have a PCC this week, a Road to Glory net the week afterwards. I think the week starting the 15th is when we're going to start seeing some very interesting things going forward. I think that the fact that they've released a WrestleMania as a login bonus is a huge indicator that something else is going on in the background, and I cannot wait to find out what it is. But that's it from me. Let me know what you think your predictions are in the comments below. I will see you guys very soon. If you can remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel, remember to check out Forever Smug, because they are, as far as I'm concerned, the most awesome team in SuperCard, because it's Luge and all people I know, and they're awesome. Also, let me know what you think the most for the next PCC is going to be, because we should find out around about this time this video is released anyway. Especially if it's a Divas PCC, they don't usually hold that information back for a while. They kind of release it out there and get it out to the people. You can also go into the description as well, and you'll see details for my Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. I will see you guys very soon. Last but not least, as always, you know what's coming. Safe!